Today's dating time is 12:35 p.m. 1/14/2015. Laku, give up the ghost, all round brown cow. My baptismal name is Clyde Donnell Lynch. All rights reserved without prejudice. I am Prince Clyde Donnell Lynch. Equality and fairness by contract is paramount, mandatory by law. Amen. Now, I'm going to put this little insert with this note that I'm going to put on. I should have did it earlier, but there's some things I want to say. Now, when I'm going to take some people down memory lane. I already do it all the time. But this is going to be specifically for those who are aware of and know of the activities I've done in my life, which are these sorry ass demon people down the street with their little familiar spirit. I'm gonna put a little definitions of some spirits and all that. And when people say it don't exist, they say spirits can't hurt you. They can only put something in front of you, make you trip and fall. Isn't that a perfect example of hurting you? And then all those audio recordings and finally video documentation from off the TV shows that we look at it as entertainment. We'll say that don't exist, like my mother say, oh, they just bipolar. And she don't understand, and everybody else don't understand what they just looking at, but they look at it as entertainment. They say, oh, they just following their life, or their lifestyle needed change, or they past life, they was real evil people, all kind of crazy stuff people say. It doesn't apply. It's happening here and now. You have devils and shaitans and different in every holy book. It's the same. And some books explain it better than others, but I never wanted to read the book of Enoch that was not put in the King James Bible. But I'm going to go and buy the book of Enoch, and I'm going to read it because I heard there's some real good stuff up in there about the supernatural. I'm going to go get the book of Enoch and read it. So all those people that say it don't exist, and say all they little conspiracy theorists, and say you a superstitious person, you just crazy, you just superstition, it don't exist. That's what we have been dysfunctionally programmed to think. And that's why these people that practice the occult and evilness and do harm to people with spells and curses get away with it. That's why they get away with it. And if you know about different religions, like the Hindus or whatever it is, the people with the dots on their forehead, I've seen them on the neighbor, on the block at neighbors' houses, lifelong neighbor houses. Now, I'm going to put that out there, too, later on, who it is. Hell, it was the person that sent me the letter, the airtight letter. Now, that take care of that. Now, this is what it's all about. People don't understand things and believe things. It's okay to doubt what you believe and think, to unthink what you believe. Because I'm gonna put a recording with this if I can, or it's probably gonna be in the other note that's above it that I was about to post, but I'm just gonna work on it some more. I'm gonna put the 3. I already put some. The little boy was saying the demon told him some things that he shouldn't know. He telling everybody, they were like, how he know it? He said the demon told me that was possessing his body. And the other little boy, before he went into the demon took over his body, he'll have a nosebleed. The little boy will have a nosebleed. And that issue came back up in another video that I'm about to post from YouTube as well. So I'm only gonna post the one. These 3 I'm about to post gonna break it all down. And anybody say that supernatural stuff don't exist, they are petitioners of the supernatural art. Like the guy in one of the videos, he said he don't believe in it. He got scientific gadgets and gizmos to read energies and all that. But lo and behold, right there beside him, he has a medium to assist him in what he said he don't believe. And what his electronic devices tell him is something there, it's the energy. Then they go get a medium to assist them because they have the abilities they said. And that's a slap. Well, that should be a wake-up call, but we don't look at it and see it for what it's worth. We just see it as entertainment. And it's factual information right there in front of your eyes, and people can't even recognize, oh, that's just some wishy-washy stuff. That stuff don't exist. But once again, electronic devices. Then those individuals that have that's skeptic say, oh, we don't believe in that, but we're gonna go get us a medium that have those abilities to feel the supernatural elements. Wow, that explains it right there. They just discredit themselves. But they are steadfast in what they believe, but they just discredit themselves with this whole video right here. And they still say they're skeptical about things. I have to have facts, concrete evidence. You just spoke the facts, don't realize they just spoke the facts, and they showing it on TV. So I'm going to put those 3 videos on. I may put it with this one, I don't know, but I'm just going to take some people down memory lane where back I did 13 years of school. No, I didn't fail. I did kindergarten, or DPS, Detroit Public School System. I did kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, some college and trade school. So now what I'm going to say is, now that I stated I only did 13 years of DPS, now when I found the cure for AIDS, HIV, that was in 96. And those who have that, Schoolcraft Outcast, MCs, and or etc., it is what it is. The title of that audio recording may be altered a little bit, but it's the same audio recording. You know what I'm talking about. So from 86, from 86 to 91, I gave that whole book to a DPS teacher that had HIV/AIDS. So you have to determine it was from 96 to 91. I gave a DPS teacher that information. So anybody want to say, oh, this and that, oh, he does this, he does that. I did it back between 96 to 91. So let's say from that point onward, I was giving people that information. If it applies, I may just tell a lie. I'm not going to get into details. So that kills the noise, the ignorance, the stupidity, and the hatred of malice, what anybody want to say. I gave it to a DPS teacher. Then I went back, got the pages, I just handed him the whole book. Dang, I just slipped up. I didn't give it. Somebody else came and told me. And the first thing I said, man, it's a cure for AIDS, HIV. Everybody, oh, you crazy, all this and that. So I went and got the book and gave it to them. Then they were like, once you give it to the person. I'm like, man, I'm not going to do that because you didn't supposed to tell me. So you give it to them. And that's what they did. And they were saying, I looked through the book, blah, blah, blah. So I went and got the papers and copied it and gave it to them. I think I did. I'm not positive, but I gave them the whole book. They could have went purchase it and look, but if it don't work, it don't work. But who stole the paperwork out of my car? The more sovereign people, the holy, constitutionally action behavior people. Dang, they took the parasite zapper. But if you don't use that parasite zapper correctly, you mess around, disappear. That's straight up. Let me hit pause. Pause off. The dating time is 12:44 p.m. 1/14/2015. Come when I used to do this, hit pause. I pause it for a whole day or two to come back, and I say the dating time. So the people who has the old information, they may think, well, he might start it back up again 2 days later, because that's how I used to do it. So that's why I say the dating time. Majority of the time when I hit pause and stop and all this and that, it gets some more information, and then I insert it again. Start talking on my recording device. So like I said, the first person I gave this information to, and people in the neighborhood, I don't recall that I gave it to them, but this one person, I was like, yo, man, I just seen him walking down the street, yo, man, get in the car. So one day he got in the car, and I was like, dang, I got that hookup for him. So he got in the car one time, and he never would get in the car again. So every time I seen him, I was like, yo, man, get in the car, get in the car. I don't think I never gave it to him, but I gave it to other people. But this individual I'm talking about from the hood, he dead now. So, you know, it ain't no relation to me. somebody around the block. But remember, I first start giving people this information starting from 96 to present. Now, everybody want to say, oh, I didn't ask for this information. I got it. You want to line your pockets, go get the little material and medicine and sell it to people. I know that's what people doing. Line your pockets. That's cool. And those same individuals, if it applies, know how to do paperwork in the court system. And they want money. Our obligation and duties as a U.S. citizen to serve, obey, protect, participate. And if I fail in any way to do that, you're supposed to take me to court. Or forever hold your peace. So that means when I give you information, you don't go share with everybody on the block, walk down the block, talk about it, yicky-yakking about it, and you are the origin of this anyway. You had information, knowledge of what was being done to me and my family since we was little kids, about these people putting spirits and spells, Dawson Elementary School, and or et cetera, and all this and that. And I had information about all the little kids at Dawson Elementary School. When I went there, you'd be surprised who had herpes, lupus, hepatitis, and all the kids was in danger at Dawson Elementary School. You'd be surprised how many people at middle school had herpes, lupus, hepatitis. You'd be surprised. And in high school, well, majority of the time, somebody done told on somebody. But the kids in Dawson Elementary School and in the middle school and in high school was all in danger because people had hepatitis, just like at Bridgewater Artillery. They had me working with a dude that had hepatitis and he was cut all the time. They got me working with, I think they did that shit intentionally and deliberately, with malice and hatred. What I got to say about that? And we need to stop worshiping and following people that ain't worth worshiping and following. They salty and shady they self. Like that girl was on there about my man who raped that little 11-year-old girl in Highland Park. She was up on the news media crying and talking, oh, he's a poet. He's a good person. He wouldn't do that. He got a girlfriend. He got a baby. He's a poet. He's a nice person. He's a homeless person. Oh. She just stood up for them like we citizens do. Stand up for these organizations and citizens and individual governmental agencies, assist these individual public figures and all that, this and that, and they ain't worth smack. How many of them I done exposed? And they get all the awards and certificates on Detroit Public Access, Detroit City Community Network, and the City Detroit TV Network. They get awards and certificates. Like I said, them awards and certificates don't mean shit because the government ain't shit. And the shitty-ass government giving a shitty-ass individual, organization, person a fucking certificate that don't mean shit. But they put it in their window, put it on a plaque, and say, this is what the city gave me. That don't mean shit when your community, city, planet, and or et cetera ain't in peace and harmony. And you can smile with your certificate and all this and that. That don't mean jack shit. And most of the time, majority of the time in my issue situation, you are the origin of my issue and problem. Yes, the Moorish people. Whatever issue I have, they are involved in it. They have their hand in it from childhood on back. Even before I was born, it was myths and fables and legends spoke of me. This dude crazy. Yeah, I understand why he got a mental lane. There you go once again, discrediting someone. Now, about this police officer beating this carjacked dude in Grosse Pointe, whatever they call him, whatever being broadcast on the news as of lately, the police officer's giving his little self a hurrah, celebrating the beat down of the man. He had a gun in his waist. He was trying to get it. That's why he was kicked and beat. That was only 30 seconds or maybe a minute of video that we have seen on the news, and it's 9 minutes of it. And the Chief Craig gonna co-sign it. There should be no need for no community group organization to get on the news and say jack squat. Because as soon as the Wayne County Prosecuting Attorney, City of Detroit Law Department, State of Michigan Attorney General, United States of America Attorney General got wind of this, they should have been investigating. It shouldn't been once that video got on the news. Now I gave the news media plenty all the recordings, false documents about what have been done to me. And if I was going to say, I'm going to admit, I'm going to say, whatever anybody say about me, I'm going to agree with them 100%. Whatever they say, yes, it's true. Then the court system and everybody goes, oh, he just admitted guilt. See, I'm saying, I told y'all, all this and that. And the people that's implementing and speaking falsely, maliciously against me, which is correct spoken words. And some people may be confused, oh, this dude is crazy. He is. But if you don't know the whole facts issue of the situation, like I said, ignorance of a citizen. Don't know all the facts. You don't ask questions. Then you say, golly gee, Batman, I see the light. That's why I agree with whatever somebody say, oh, that's the end of the conflict. No, that ain't the end of the conflict. I just exposed you. Have you went to the court system? Have you filed court case against me? Have you went making a police report? Or have you discussed the issue with me personally, try to resolve it, give me a mission, or have me go turn myself in, or all this and that, or this? You ain't did none of that. But if you use governmental resources like police officers and private public businesses, non-profit organizations to do things illegal and corruptly because you are the origin of it, and you will say, see, that's why he got the mental lean, he got his weapons took $6,000 with the guns and ammo, fraudulently and illegally with no crime committed, dislocated my shoulder, made a fraudulent police report, sent me to the mental facility. In the mental facility, people there are Satanists, practice witchcraft, voodoo, and participating in corrupt, illegal activities of governmental agencies, taxpayer servants with a private public business, DMC, mental health facility, receiving hospital, mental ward, and behavior center of Michigan. They all be down with them demon people on my block. I wonder they running a halfway house down there. Because the same people that was in the mental facility were the same people who lived down the street. The same people that was at the shelter with me were the same people down the street, putting curses and spells on people. You don't believe in curses and spells? Oh, well. The next person who says, I don't believe in that, that's your opinion. But when you discredit me, say that stuff don't exist, I'm going to chop your head off. I got plenty of information that proves it. Isn't God, the creator, whoever your creator name be, has supernatural abilities? We pray and pay tithes to our local religious facility we go to. We pay tithes and pray for miracles and blessing. Isn't that supernatural activities? A miracle, a blessing from an unknown source, but it's your creator who you praying to for miracles and blessings. So what's the opposite of miracles and blessings? Spells and curses, demonic spirits, and or etc. Because they are free-floating demonic spirits, and they are conjured up demonic spirits. And I got books on my Facebook page. I got documentations from factual events that happen to people it's a story of, and we just sit there and watch and say, oh, they must have been real evil in their past life. That's how we have been dysfunctionally programmed to think. The protocols of what the powers that be have put in our head to make us think. And those who think they know, house Negro, field Negroes, and uppity Negroes, just got us all chasing our tails, spinning wheels. Now, for those organizations out here talking, all they have to do, if your organization is known, it don't have to be no organization. Because soon the Wayne County, even other police officers, well, we know how that go. Al Pacino in that movie Reciprocal, that proves the point right there. But when the Wayne County prosecuting attorney here see that, I know she see it on TV. She can't say she don't see it. Well, I can't go after everything. Well, you need to step down for your position. Flat the fuck out. Chief of Police condoning and co-signing the activities of the police officers, he need to step the fuck down. It don't matter if he was resisting. What we seen the minute worth or 6:30 seconds worth, he had handcuffs and they were still kicking him because they adrenaline. They just couldn't control themselves. And now they're going to be able to control themselves because they're going to be walking around with cameras. That proves the corruption. These fools governing as they please. Tyranny. And with the police cameras on the cars, it's been reported on the news. They say we don't have the camera. We can't find it. It was destroyed. It was accidentally erased. So you think that's really going to have a real strong presence of to alleviate the corruption? because they are the ones in control of these devices. You have advisory boards to oversee taxpayer service activities. You paying more money out. I thought we broke. But the executive branch of government giving people overseas $1 billion. And we broke. Man, citizens, the flesh and blood citizens damaged goods. Flesh and blood citizens are damaged goods. They just don't know. We have been successfully dysfunctionally programmed, and the proof is in how we can't organize. If you think you organize, you're not organized. Because you're just putting someone on a pedestal other than you. Because you say they have the knowledge, they could do this and that. They the one you want to put out in front. And they ain't worth squat. For those it applies to, it applies to. For those who are not aware it applies to them, it is what it is. And the ones that it don't apply to, it is what it is. So the issue is citizens need to know how to file the court papers. We need to be learning what the PI learns, the police learns, and the attorney learns in our Detroit public school system. So we could be a productive citizen in society. A middleman is not needed. I keep on saying this over and over again, but just think about what I just said, what I'm going to put on top of this note, and I may put those 3 audio recordings about the supernatural stuff that came off of the History Channel, off a television network that is factual and documented, but people still say they don't believe in it, and or et cetera. I'm out. So don't worship, follow anyone other than yourself. If it's not collective, and organization is collective, you let someone else implement their thinking. And everyone agree to it. Just like the everybody keep on. We know the internet is hackable. I was just talking to a lady on the phone the other day about at one of the credit reporting facilities. I broke it down to her. You know, I'm not gonna get into details, but I'm like, hey, we didn't ask to be on the internet. It just came, and we was so fed into it that we just accepted it. But now it's not safe. And when your credit get hemmed up, or your credit get hacked, your identity get hacked, they'll tell you on your own. The credit reporting people in law enforcement government, they say you on your own, so you got to get your credit back. And the evidence is right there that you got hacked. Your identity was stolen. But the government won't come in and say, boom, we're going to clean it up. Or the collection company, the credit reporting company, they say, hey, you on your own. We just reported. We ain't got nothing else to do with that. That's cool, fine and dandy. You have to go get it with another organization that do watch your credit for you. If anybody we'll watch the equity on your home. How stupid is that? If you with a mortgage company, your agent know who you are and know you wouldn't be spending some money and want equity out your house and all this and that, they know it's not you. Or, see, I don't really know the details about that, but I'm just thinking, have to go through your agent, and they know who you are. But we know we can do things on the internet. People let things go through, and certain things don't go through. I shouldn't even say nothing about that, but I'm out.